Hey everyone, it's your friend Dustin. After spending a long time in a POW camp, followed by a long recovery period in a hospital somewhere in the Pacific Rim, I'm back. I'm sitting in my hospital bed getting morphine pumped right into me, but they gave me this to pass some of the time. It's my favorite game and yours, F-Zero. Let's get to it, shall we? Now, this is always the hardest choice. One of the 4 vehicles you can race. I'm going to go with this one because it looks like a face with 5 o'clock shadow from the side. And that's all about me. It's the Fire Stingray. I think I saw a Fire Stingray. Let's get right to it. And I guess I'm going to go standard because that's me. Unless they have substandard, they don't. Okay. It's good to be heard again. I wanted to take some... Oh, damn it. That's okay. That's me. Slow to start, quick to catch up. I wanted to take some time to talk about some dreams I've had lately. I thought you might appreciate them. Especially this one. So, that was neat. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, dreams. Oh, look, come on. All right, we're still good. We're still in this. So, oh, Jesus. Why is everyone driving? Okay, it's fine. So, what happened? Oh, that's about right. So, let's give that another shot, shall we? Cool. So I had a dream where I was driving down Route 4, and I looked out the window, and I saw that a guy was selling Christmas trees. But I said to myself, it's September. That's way too early to be doing that. And, you know, it wasn't like they were on sale or anything. It was like full-blown Christmas tree. Oh, there we go again. So I said, well, that's just too early. That doesn't make any sense. And then traffic picked up, and I got kind of bored, so I said, you know what, I'll listen to the radio, because that's a cool thing you can do. So I turned on the radio, and they're playing Christmas music. And I said, well, that's not right. You don't play Christmas music this early in the year. I got really sad, and then I started thinking about how old I'm getting and how Christmas really doesn't mean what it used to anymore. So I jammed on the gas, and I went to oncoming traffic, and just before I hit the tractor-trailer truck that was coming at me, I had the wherewithal, in my dream mind you, to take my seatbelt off to ensure that I had no chance of surviving that. Yeah, I woke up to that. That was a fun one, wasn't it? Doesn't that sound fun? Christmas is coming, right? Only so many shopping Fridays to Christmas or something. You know. Am I first yet? I don't know. I will be, though. Yeah, that's right. Hey, you know, that guy there, the hovercraft-looking guy, his name's Dr. Stewart. And his deal is he's driving his dad's hovercraft in the races because he wants to, like, carry that legacy on. And, well, you know, I got a funny story about dads and driving, let me tell you. So, very tragically, a good friend of mine, you might know him. I don't want to use his full name in case it... So we'll call him John S. Or, no, maybe, how about Jay Seelig? That should do it. So, Jay Seelig, his dad, unfortunately, and it's very tragic. It's not funny at all. His dad died in a car accident. It was depressing. You can, they're giving me looks. I don't think I'm supposed to say that. I'm sorry. But anyway, so the day of the funeral, I was trying to make him feel better. And you have to remember, I'm a terrible human being. So I said to John, John, hey, I've got a joke. Do you want to hear a joke? And John, being very sad, was like, yeah. Oh, no, I mean Jay. Jay was like, yeah, I'm really sad right now. I could use a laugh. And I said, hey, Jay, what's the last thing your dad said? And he goes, I don't know, what? And I made pretend I was driving a car and then screamed in terror. That haunts me to this day. That I feel bad about that. I laugh when I tell this story. but it hurts. It hurts inside. I'm sorry. We're cool. So, what was another dream I had? Oh, you guys like DC superheroes. I've got a Batman dream. It's fun. So now buckle in because it gets kind of weird. So the Joker's taken over the Hubble telescope. Can you believe that? That's a weird one. So he I don't know why he did it, but he sent his henchmen out in spacesuits to do something to the Hubble telescope. Maybe it shoots a giggle beam or something. I'm not sure. Listen, I don't know all the facts when I dream. Do you? Yeah, I didn't think so. So he like, Harley Quinn's like, what are you doing? And he's all like, hey, check this out. And then he just cuts the air hoses to his two henchmen, and they float off in space waving before their heads pop. And that's really fucked up. That's a dream I had, but we're not done yet. Nope. Because it's a Batman dream. So like Batman shows up to like stop him. And like he finds Harley Quinn first, but she's just like sitting in a chair and she's really sad and confused because like, you know, two people just died. They're dead and they didn't do anything wrong. So she's all like, you know what? I know you're here, but like I don't care. It's all bullshit anyway. And then that's it. Like I don't know if Batman won or what happened there, but like that was sad. You know, it's like the guy had like a clown face on the space suit, and he just floated away waving before, you know, he died. He is dead. That's a dream. I had that. Isn't that fun? I sure like superhero stuff. I still think it's better than Man of Steel versus edgy Dark Knight with machine gun. Yeah, take that one, Hollywood. You do something with that. Maybe that could be your new Suicide Squad, like just emphasis on suicide. You know, not that, you know, I'm not saying, you know, encouraging people to do that. I just, you know what I mean, like, because that's their thing, and like this mission's double suicide, I think. Yeah, there you go. And that, oh, there we go. Oh, okay, here we go. We can do this. I don't even know which way I'm going. All right, I'm back on track. I got this. We got this. Oh, jeez. Who is that guy? Purple thing. He doesn't even have a name. That's how important he is. I got a name. It's Dustin. That's right. So where was I? I told the Fallen Dream. Did I tell the Fallen Dream? Yeah, I think I did. That's cool. There's the Batman one. I'm a Terrible Human. That was a good one. Christmas. I think I had another. Oh yeah, you'll like this. You guys like horror movies? I got a horror movie dream. This one happened before I went to work. 3rd place. It's better than 4th, right? So anyway, I've been working a lot of long hours, and I don't know how this popped into my head, but I was hanging out with my family, and they all went away like they do in my dreams. Like, whenever I get left alone, that's when shit gets real in my dreams. So you like Brad Dourif? Huh? You recognize that name? You should. He's in the Child's Play movies. That's right. Old Dustin had a Child's Play dream. So I got attacked by a doll. Not like a woman. I mean a murderous doll with a knife. And like he stabbed me a bunch, and it was really scary. I mean, I don't care for those kinds of dreams or movies for that matter. Yeah, so that he was doing that, and I got really scared. But then I was like, you know what? I'm the master of my own destiny. I'll tell you. And I pulled him apart with my bare hands and teeth. I bit his face. I bit the Chucky doll's face. People are looking at me funny right now, but I'm telling you, this is a dream I had. I don't fuck around. That's right. You mess with me, my dentist will be pulling pieces of you out of my teeth at the next visit. That's a fact. So I guess what I'm saying is, Brad Dourif, please return my letters. I'm a huge fan. Love Jim Lord of the Rings, and also that episode of Star Trek. You know the one. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a pretty sweet drift. You guys looking forward to Fast 10? We're up to 10? Oh, here's a good one. You'll like this. This is fun. This happened over the summer. One of my most primal fears is getting into a car accident and being my fault. And, well, one time I had this nightmare. I'm calling it a nightmare because that's what happens when you get older. Monsters stop scaring you, and the day-to-day stuff, like getting into car accidents and bills and surcharges, that's the real terror. That's the real monster of the day. Oh, come on, man. There we go. Yeah, you didn't see that. That's my elite skill. Get out of my way. Drift. So, I had this nightmare where, oh, this is happening. This is real. I'm taking it to the street now. So I rear-ended a guy, and it was terrifying because, like, I was driving, and for some reason I wound up in the back seat, which doesn't make any kind of sense because if you saw my car, it looks like a pregnant roller skate. So that's what I could afford. I don't want to tell you what make it is because we could get sued, but let's just say it was made in Korea. Oh, and that was pretty much the gist of the dream, actually, right there. We rear-ended a guy, and the thing goes up in flames, and the police show up, and they're not happy. I wouldn't be either, quite frankly. And now here's the scary part. This is the real scary part of the nightmare. So I'm driving home from work later that day, and this isn't the dream anymore. And I rear-ended a guy. And I'm not joking. I bumped him, and I saw him go in front of a tractor-trailer truck, and I saw it. You know, well, that's manslaughter right there. You're going to jail. But somehow he managed to pull out of the way, and he got on the side of the road. And I gotta tell you, I was scared. Not because I almost killed someone. That was important, though. That was definitely top 5 in the things. But like, I saw like my bank statements just shit now because they'll be taking my money to fix their crappy friggin' Element or whatever it was. Maybe it was a Civic. And like, I'm freaking out, and I look, and his car's pristine, but my bumper's all kinds of messed up. And I mean, it's got like a really busted up face, like me. So I guess like talk about your car looking like its owner, right? That's the thing they say. So anyway, yeah, that was terrifying, and that dream was called real life. That happened, and like the cops showed up, and we had this big talk, and what just happened? That guy is really starting to piss me off. I mean, I'm keeping cool for you guys, but yeah, how'd you like that one, Greenie? What was I saying? Yeah, so like you have to call the insurance thing. That's terrifying. You got to get a read on their personalities. That's just unpleasant. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that really happened, and I'm still waiting to hear back from that. I guess I'm lucky. I could have gotten hurt, or unlucky. I could have gotten hurt. I'm not sure which. That's I'm still working to get that fixed, because you can't ask the insurance company; they'll punish you, right? Can this be used in court? I don't think so. You guys are cool, right? Yeah, you guys are cool. You listen to me. Let me see. Do I have any other dreams I can tell you about? Oh, I've got one. This is you'll like this one. This one's awesome. You guys like Harry Potter? Of course you do. You like Harry Potter. I'm first, yay. I'm gonna fuck it up here though. So I had this dream once, and this was about last year, we'll say. So I'm 30 years old, and it's around the time of my birthday, and I've been working a lot, like I usually do, and I'm really tired. And I had this dream where Hagrid kicked in the door to my house, because that's a cool thing that adults do to each other. And he's like, "Congratulations, Dustin, you're a wizard." And I'm like, "Aren't you like 20 years late?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was like oversight, but it happens. We're wizards. We're not perfect." So I'm like, "Okay, I guess that makes sense. So what's the deal?" He's like, "Well, we're gonna take you to Hogwarts. It's gonna be great. You're gonna learn to be a wizard." I'm like, "That sounds awesome. How much is tuition?" And he goes, "Well, it's really expensive, like really expensive." And I'm like, "You understand? I'm a chef. I can't afford like magic wizard school." And he's all like, "Well, you have a choice then. You can either go to school and be crushed in crippling debt, or we'll lobotomize you so you can't hurt anyone with your magic." And I'm all like, "You got to be kidding me! I either well, yeah, that happened. So you're telling me I have to either pay a lot of money, or I'm just gonna drool into a pillow for the rest of my life?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it." And I'm like, "Okay, well, you got a gun to my head. I guess I'm gonna go to Hogwarts." So like, he's like, "But don't worry, we've got like, financial aid, so you don't have to pay too much. It's gonna be like 90 grand a year, but we cover food and stuff, so it kind of works out." I'm like, "All right." And he's like, "There's incidentals too, so just try not to like." But anyway, that's not the point. So I start going to class. And there's like all these kids, and like there was another friggin' clerical error, and they only had children's size uniforms, so I had to deal with that. Even the fat kids have to wear those things, and I did not look right. Like you ever seen that movie with Jim Carrey where he has to do everything people ask him to, and he goes to a party and he's like the sleeves are halfway up his arms and his pants don't fit right, and you're not sure if people are looking at his crotch. Well, that's what I was wearing. It was like really tight and unpleasant. But I'm like, you know what? This is just another hurdle, and I've dealt with worse because I'm a chef. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do really good in school, and maybe I can magic myself some money at a later date. So like, while all this shit's going on, you got the kids like fucking around, and they're like, I'm studying in Gryffindor because that's how that flew. And they're like, hey, man, do you want to go on like an adventure to like the Forbidden Forest? And I'm like, nah, man, I gotta pass my classes, or Dumbledore's gonna shove a wand into my brain. And then we do a little cutaway in blammo. I'm in the friggin' Magic Forest, and I got a crossbow, and that's cool, I guess. But it's like, hey, we've got a test tomorrow, and like, I'm not 100% on any of this. And they're like, oh, it's not a big deal. And then like, I saw something, and I think it was that wraith thing that was eating a unicorn. And I was all like, well, I'm not dealing with this shit. And I shot it with a crossbow, and it died. That's the end. That's how my dream ended. I shot into the dark, and I hit something. I think it was the wraith. Maybe they're both dead. I got like a 2-for-1 deal. But like the takeaway, the important part here is I went to Hogwarts, studied really hard, and shot something with a crossbow. And what I guess I'm really saying is, J.K. Rowling, I'm ready. Let's make this happen. Dustin Darren and the Chamber of Debt. Or if you like, the Crucible of Financial Acquisition, or I don't know, the really unobtainable standards. I like that one. Dustin Darren and the unobtainable standards. We could get that on there. Huh? Fat American guy, bunch of British children. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I think we're onto something. That's like $1 million thing. You want Fantastic Beasts and where to find them? How about Fantastic Debt and how to cope with it? Yeah, that's... Hey, look at that one. All the oh. Okay, he's gone. Not everyone walks away from the F-Zero races. you know what they say. Any race you walk away from, right? Man, I could do this all day. Could you? I kind of like the rave paint job I've got now. Oh.